Okay, guys, today we're going to talk about translating words into a number sentence. So, when I'm talking about input and output, typically input and output, like on an XY table, the X is your input and the Y is your output. Okay, the input is what you're deciding to plug in, and the Y is the output. What happens when you plug in that number? So, when we talk about the output is, we're going to represent the output by the letter Y. So as I translate that, we're going to change that. The output is. Think about is as if we were to say 3 plus 1 is 4. 7 times 2 is 14. 8 divided by 2 is 4. That really translates into an equal sign. The output is. 4 more than, that's going to be an addition problem. So we would do 4 more than. And then twice the input, that means we're multiplying by 2. 2 times whatever the input is, which is X. And that's how we would translate that word sentence. Now, let me give you another example. The output, let's rewrite this here. And we'll say the output is 5 less than the input. So if I'm going to translate that into a number sentence, again, I'm going to take the output and represent it with the letter Y. And then is going to be represented by the equal sign. The output is 5 less than. This is always a troublemaker for kids. 5 less than. That does not mean 5 minus. It is subtraction, but we are subtracting 5 from something. If it's 5 less than something, think about money in your pocket. If you have $5 less than somebody else, you'll be subtracting 5 from whatever they have. So 5 less than means we're subtracting 5 very specifically. What is it less than? It's less than the input, which is represented by X. So it would be Y equals X minus 5. A lot of kids, this is what I see with a lot of kids, and they do 5 minus X. That is incorrect. It's not 5 minus. It's specifically minus 5. 5 less than is minus 5. Okay, let's do another one. Let's say, sorry about that. We'll say the output is 1/3 of the input. Say the output is 1/3 of the output. So again, let's represent the output with the letter Y, and is equals 1/3 of. There are words that when you see them in a word problem, means you're going to have to do some multiplying, okay? And those words are each, every, per, and of. Of is usually next to a fraction. So 1/3 of, that means 1/3 times. And I'm sorry, this is not the output. This is going to be the input here. I wrote that incorrectly. All right, so 1/3 of the input, that means 1/3 multiplied by Y. Okay, and we're going to do one more. Let's say the output is 2 more than triple the input. Again, the output represented by Y is represented by equals. 2 more than, it's 2 plus. Triple the input, that means I'm multiplying 3 times X. Okay, Actually, let me show you one more. So if we have let's say we have a word problem, and say the word problem reads like this. The number of boys is 3 less than it's 3 less than the number of girls, let's say. Here, I'm going to represent the number of boys. I'm going to represent that by the letter B. Is equals 3 less than, that means I'm subtracting 3. The number of girls I would represent by G. So the number of boys is 3 less than the number of girls. And that's how we translate into a number sentence.